this is one of those times where everybody is scared, worried, concerned, with good reason. What is there other than like giving someone a pair of pom-poms and say, you know, look on the bright side?
Yeah.
What is there to do?
Well, I think you begin by getting a mindset which says, I have strengths that I can bring to the table. I have unique qualities that I can use that are, I mean, I don't have to get my satisfaction from money, from material things, from stuff I'm buying. I can start and go, what are the things that I bring to the table? What are the unique strengths that I possess? So your kid comes back with A, B, C, and F, and you say to you know,
you look at the F.
You look at the F. Everyone looks at the. You go to work and it's 2 minutes on what you did well last year and 58 minutes on your areas for development. And I think initially people seem to believe that strengths are what you're good at and weaknesses are what you're bad at.
Right.
And if that's true, you probably aren't the best judge of your strengths. But actually, your strengths are those activities that make you feel strong. Because we've all got things that we're quite good at that we hate.
Marcus, talk about the sign, the S-I-G-N, for a minute.
The S stands for success. So yes, that would be a good place to start. If you feel effective in an activity, that's probably a pretty good sign. It's a strength. Not the only sign, because as I said earlier, there's some things you're good at that you hate, but it's a good place to start. The I, the second letter, stands for instincts. What are those things you instinctively look forward to? You instinctively, positively anticipate. That's a great clue to a strength. The G stands for growth. There are some activities where when you're doing them, it's like your synapses are firing, like your brain is growing, you're learning, you get in flow, you can concentrate. Time goes by really quickly. And then the N stands for needs. There are some activities, regular activities in a week of life, where when you're done with them, you may be a little tired, but you're not drained. You're fulfilled. Your needs are fulfilled.
If you're unemployed, what do you do?
Well, there's a few things that you can start off. I think first, take an evening and figure out how you can stabilize your finances. Figure out how long do you have before you need more money coming in to cover your bills. That's the first thing. Second, tremendously important to get started right away. It takes on average 19 weeks to find a new job. That's almost 5 months. So it doesn't really matter how good your severance package is. Start right away. There's some fantastic, on monster.com, for example, there's all sorts of great tools where you can put your strengths in, your experience, up pops, what job fits you, what positions are open. You can start right away to learn how to do a resume. All sorts of things are available
Be
now.
adventuresome.
Yes,
Yeah.
but start right away. I think third also, I think tremendously important to whatever happens, whether you find a job in a week or 3 weeks or 6 weeks, start learning about what new experiences you can get, whether it's things you can volunteer for or colleges that you can sign up for or courses, so that by the time you get a job, you've got something you can point to that you've been doing over the last 6 weeks or so.
I invited Marcus to Chicago to hold a special workshop for myself and 30 other working women so that we could learn to play to our strengths.
And most of you in this room are not living a second-rate version of somebody else's life. Most of you are living a second-rate version of your own. And what we have to help you to figure out how to do is to find your life within your life. You keep volunteering for more things to get more recognition and appreciation, and it doesn't come. And so you volunteer more, and it still doesn't come. And so you do more and more, and it becomes worse and worse, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. What you're giving up is control. You've given up fuel, energy, passion, purpose. You've given it all up to somebody and the circumstances outside of you.
And I see other women around this room nodding and, you know, cheering up because they've been there too.
My life before meeting Marcus was really all over the place. I was being pulled in a lot of directions. It was very hard and difficult for me to be presented with a task and me say no to it. I felt like he really helped me see the light as far as making sure that it was possible for me to say no and to put my time into something that I really felt like I could be successful in and attribute, you know, some success to. I felt like I wasn't doing that before I met Marcus. I was just saying yes to everything and joining every committee, being on every different extracurricular activity, and I felt like I wasn't doing a good job. I was doing an okay job in so many different things because I was pulled in so many different directions.
I was extremely unhappy and dissatisfied in my work, in my professional life, And that rolled over into some of my personal life, because I wasn't happy at work, and work was keeping me away from home and keeping me away from being with the people that I love and doing the things that I want to do. So then when I got home, I resented knowing that I had to leave again, you know, at the end of the weekend or whatever. And so I was an extremely unhappy person in my work life.
Well, when I first met Marcus, I didn't have much of a plan. Like I said, I feel like I just really tried to say yes to everything. I tried to help out every minute I can. And that was really creating a wedge between my family and friends. I didn't give 100% to my personal life like I was giving 100% to my professional life. And I was starting to take things for granted. Relationships were deteriorating, and Marcus really helped me put a plan together so that I can balance the two. I think women, especially my age, are unfulfilled with life because the media gives an unrealistic, I guess a false sense of hope. It's an unrealistic perception of what is important in life. And I think that we are constantly searching for this false sense of reality, and we never truly find it. And I think that is why women feel unfulfilled and unhappy.
We go around trying to be what we think everybody thinks that we should be. You know, we try to be the perfect mother, have the perfect house. You know, we have to be the ultimate professional at work. But I think there's a huge, huge perception out there of what women are supposed to be in our roles. And I think it's very hard for women to remove themselves from that and to try and look within themselves and find the happiness and the fulfillment that they need. And yet, you know, not feel like that they're letting people down. Before a girl graduates high school, she should have to take a Marcus Buckingham seminar. She should have to be, you know, locked in a room with Marcus Buckingham tapes and books and whatever.
I think that anything that Marcus touches turns into gold, and I think that because it's simply he has a great insight of strengths, and I think that we as women do not play up to our strengths. We have a sense of wanting to have it all, wanting to be successful at everything that we do, and Marcus just has great advice as to that not being, you know, the right answer.